Hello, and welcome to the patch 6.2.4 Archeology Guide. Today, we're going to go over archaeology and how do you get started with archaeology? What can you get exactly out of archaeology? Like, I know a couple of people have been asking me that, and there is a current guide on my channel, but there isn't enough sound to it, so I figured let's make a little bit of an updated one. And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little more sound to mess with, but let me go ahead and get us some music going here. Alright, so what is archaeology? Archaeology is basically, you come over here, click K, and archaeology is to recover artifacts you need to collect archaeology fragments. Fragments are found in dig sites visible on your map. When you reach a dig site, use the surveying ability. Your survey tool will indicate the approximate direction and distance to the cache of fragments. They can be found between red, yellow, and green. Red being the farthest away, yellow being it's by foot, and green meaning you're really close. You can collect fragments 6 times in a dig site before you need to move to the next dig site. Once you have enough fragments, you can solve an artifact to learn a little bit more about Azeroth's past. So, basically archaeology is something to deal with the past of WoW, and I have a few Arakoa ones here. Not Arakoa. Yeah, it was Arakoa. Okay, cool. So, when you have a completed artifact, this solve button will light up. And so you click solve, and poof. Carefully create the restored artifact. So after you make an artifact, you're going to right click on it. It's going to give you a box. And I can make 3 of these here real quick. Okay, so sometimes after you make an artifact, you're going to be getting a quest with it. Put the artifact on display. It gives you an Arakoa cipher and 3 restored artifacts. So what we're going to do is go ahead and run in here, turn the corner, and right over here in the corner, you're going to right click it. It's going to say, oh hey look, we put it on display. Okay, so now we have 5 restored artifact boxes and Arakoa cipher. So what do you do with that? So exactly what you do is you come over here, go back over to the Arakoa artifacts, and if I had enough here, you're going to go ahead and just drop this in here. And depending on which one you get, it can give you 20, it can give you 15, but you can have a maximum of 250 artifact fragments for each one. And you need, for this one, I need 60 artifact fragments. So, where do we turn the restored artifacts in? Well, you're going to return these stored artifacts in at the Seat of Knowledge or in Ashran, and I'll show you both right here. So the one over in Ashran is actually going to be back over here, right here, and there's the Archeology Trainer and this guy. So with your garrisons, if you have 5 artifact fragments, you can come over here and grant an exploration mission for your followers to embark on. Or, when you hit 600 artifact fragments, you can come over here and grab a crate of any artifact fragment. When you do the achievements for each zone in Draenor, you can go unlock treasure maps. So, I don't have artifacts in archaeology done to a point where you can, But with archaeology, you can also find mounts and pets. And I know there's a raptor, and I know there's, I can't remember what pet it was, but I know there's a couple of those. There's also a Vial of the Sands Drake, which I believe requires Tolvir artifacts, and those can be found down in Oldham. So over here in Draenor, if you hadn't noticed already, we've got a couple of dig sites. Those dig sites, if you click on the map, are going to be marked in this little ring here. And if we fly over to that guy, unfortunately my Garrison Hearthstone was down, so I couldn't show that off. But if we come over here to Pandaland, it's not gonna show it over here, I guess, because I don't have high enough archaeology in Panda, but it'll show you where they are if you click on that zone. So now that we're flying over here in Draenor, there are a few things you need to know about archaeology, and after you complete each archaeology fragment, you can actually come over here and see what they look like, when you've done it, how many times you've done each of them, and you can read about it. So basically, if you're into lore, this is something that you should do heavily, and I think I'm going to be doing this until Legion drops, just to learn everything from vanilla to now. Even though I've played since vanilla, some of the things I didn't do back then, so it'd be kind of interesting to know, you know, like come over here, each one of these artifact fragments are in different zones here, so you're just flying all over the world digging. And here in a moment, this is the surveying tool. Survey for archaeology fragments within a dig site. Each survey will direct you closer to the location of the fragment. So we're going to go ahead and just throw that on our bar here. I'm going to throw it right there. If you had noticed when I was flying around last time, the little green dots on my minimap, those are actually flight markers. So if we come over here, all of these little grayed out ones are flight markers that I actually haven't collected yet. And that add-on is called Flight Map End Time. It's very helpful for those of you who like to know if you have every flight map found. So now that we're over here, we can go ahead and go over to this zone. And if you fully zoom out the map, they're going to be grayed out like that. So we come over here. I don't know if in the Blizzard UI it'll show it, but at least with Elv UI, you come over here and on your minimap it'll actually show where the dig site is. So now that we're on the dig site, you're going to come over here, use the survey tool, and this is yellow, so it's about 50 feet this way. So just for me being an archaeology person on another tune, I'm a vote it was right there. And I was close, because as we can tell it's green. Just a second here. So now I'm going to guess here. Nope, so it's going to be over this log. And so now that we have our first archaeology fragment found in Draenor, you get one of these. And from the tooltip, it teaches you Draenor archaeology. So now instead of 75, I instantly have 700. So this is red. It's going to be pointing this way. So we're going to come over here. Land. Try and use it. Land down here. Try and use it. Can be very, very unforgiving at times because you won't know where exactly it is. I'm gonna vote right here. Okay, so we're getting close. Did it bug out? No, it's gonna be up here on the hill. This is where archaeology can get very, very confusing at times. Let's see if it'll be unforgiving. So after you do that first one, nope. Sometimes this can go yellow or green. But this one did not want to. Yellow, so I'm gonna vote over here next to this tree. If you slam it down multiple times, you can find it really quick. But this telescope here shows you about where it is. So as we can tell, the telescope pointed right at it. So now we come over here, fly up and around, land, and it's red again. Sometimes you can get on a spree where you just go red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green. Other times you're going to have to actually search for it. Green, green, so tree. Get out of the way. There we go. Next to the tree. So that was 3 artifact fragments found. Sometimes you'll find more. There's a little bit of a bug with archaeology where you can find more than 6, and sometimes you'll find less. It just depends on the zone, because I've been known to find like 6 or 7, and I've been known to find 5. So I think the 6 to them is just a rough estimate, because 9 times out of 10 I don't find 6. We're gonna walk over here to this tree, hit it. Archaeology is also about remembering where the telescope was pointed at. So now that I know it's probably next to this tree, I'm going to survey at the tree. There is about a 5-yard radius that this thing picks up on. Oh, that was weird. See, just like that. Sometimes it'll spawn in the exact same place you just picked it up. Because as we can tell there, I picked it up, and then it let me dig it again. Oh, back this way. Back over here. Bingo. And we have one more. See, I'm pretty sure. Someone tell me in the comment section below how many times we've found a fragment, but I am pretty sure I have found more than 6 in this one zone. And this last one's going to be hard to find. Oh, no, it's not. Right next to this tree. Bingo. Also, so right there, dig site complete, Eric Koa. So we come back over here to the archaeology fragments, and sometimes you will have it completed just like that. So we click solve. Carefully create the artifact, and as we can tell there, I solved it. I don't know what update Blizzard did, but back in Pandaria, that used to give 15, now it only gives 5. So I guess they made it so you have to have more artifact fragments per deal. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and have fun.